This is the Olight Sigurd. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, Olight is having a sale between now and the 18th, and you can get this guy for a really good deal. You can also get a bunch of other lights for a really awesome deal as well. The Olight Gober is also going to be given away as a free gift. This is a really cool little LED safety light with a removable little clip here. So definitely click the link in the description to check out that sale. Now, even if you missed the sale, you can still get 10% off anything on the Olight web store besides the XNR using the coupon code APARMS, and that link will be in the description. Included in the box is the light grip combo, the user manual, charging cable, included Allen wrench, and a spare screw. So here it is, this is the Sigurd. Now this is a little different than the normal flashlight. This is a flashlight that's actually built into an angled foregrip, and it mounts directly to Picatinny, so you can mount this on anything that has a Picatinny rail. Starting with the features, up front you do have your lens, you have a nice aluminum bezel up front. Going back further, you can see the body here. The front is aluminum and the body is polymer. You also have the structural elements up top for the rail made out of aluminum as well. A little further back you have your buttons on the side. Now this is how you operate the light. There is one button on each side, fully ambidextrous. And there's also a little bumper up top that'll stop the light from deploying if you rest it on its side. If you look from the top down, you can see this rail section in here, and this is how it mounts to Picatinny rails. It also has a bolt here that you can unscrew from this side, and that is what locks it on. And I will get more into that when I mount this up to a rifle. On the bottom side, you can see the grip section. It's really nice and textured. It has a nice stop up front here, as well as finger grooves there and there to give you a really good grip. You also have Olight branding as well as more texturing on each side. And then all the way on the back, you do have your magnetic charging port. And this is where you charge the light, so you do not need to remove it from the rifle to charge it. You just stick that little charger on there and charge it up. And on that charger, there is a charging status indicator. When it lights up red, that means it is charging, and when it is fully charged, it turns green. Getting into how to use this light, I'm going to go over everything before I mount it up because it's much easier to work around the camera with just a light. So you have your buttons on each side. It is fully ambidextrous again. There are two different modes. There's a low mode and a high mode. Hitting the button once will start off in low mode, and then you can double tap it to change modes into high. Double tapping it again puts it back into low, and then clicking the button again turns it off. This light also has memory, so if I click it and change it into high mode, if I turn it off, the next time I turn the light back on, it will start out in high mode. Also, say you have it in low mode, but you really need access to that high mode instantly. Just double tapping the switch automatically puts it into high mode. And again, single tap it, turns it off. You also get momentary and constant on. So just pressing and holding the switch will be momentary on. When I release the switch, it will automatically turn off. Or if I just tap it and let go, it's now in constant on, and the only way to turn it off again is to tap the switch. Brightnesses and run times for each mode. Low has a brightness of 290 lumens, and it will run at that brightness for 240 minutes straight. High has a brightness of 1450 lumens, and that'll run for 2.5 minutes. After that, it'll step down to 33% of its original power and run for an additional 114 minutes, and then after that again, it'll step down to 20% and run for 15 more minutes. Getting into some of the specs, it has a maximum throw of 240 meters, maximum brightness again of 1450 lumens. It's IPX4 waterproof rated, as well as 1 meter drop test rated. Has a length of 6.5 inches, a width of 1.7 inches, and a height of 2.6 inches. It also weighs 7.7 ounces, so it doesn't add a whole lot of weight to your rifle. So let's go ahead and see how easy it is to mount this up to a rifle. So here we have our rifle, and before you do anything, you want to verify that it is fully unloaded, so no magazine in it, and empty chamber. First thing you want to do is take that Allen wrench and go ahead and completely remove this bolt from the grip. Alright, and that is out. There also is a lock washer in there, so if that falls out, just go ahead and put that back in. And just for demonstration purposes, I am mounting this up to a short polymer rail. That's the only one I have access to at the moment. Please do not do this. Mount it up to a metal full-size rail, one that'll extend from the front all the way to the back for the most rigidity. But again, this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm not planning on using this in this configuration. So then just go ahead and slide it over your rail, find the desired slot that you want. I'm going to choose the one on the very end, and drop your bolt right back in there. Then just tighten this back up, and there is going to be some blue Loctite in there, so it will be a little bit firm. Alright, and that's it. It is mounted. That was not difficult at all. Alright, so here it is mounted up on the rifle. And again, please do not mount it the way I did. That's just for demonstration purposes. Use a full-length metal Picatinny rail section. But you can see that installation was super easy, and you do still have access to your charging port. It's right here on the back. That's something that I really like about this. It is a little bit chunky, but it does provide a really nice grip. Again, you do still have access to both your buttons. You can use your thumb to turn it on and off, or the way I prefer is with a C-clamp grip, you can hit it with your index finger from the other side. Even with the way this is mounted, it still feels really solid when I shoulder the rifle. And being as chunky as it is, it allows you to get a really good grip on it. Where I see this thing working perfectly would be pistol builds, especially shorter builds like AR-9s with like an 8 or 10 inch barrel. I think this would be really perfect for that. Since you can't put a vertical grip on a pistol build, the angled foregrip is about the best you can put on legally. And being a short barrel, you won't have the problem with the barrel sticking over. You could pretty much put this flush with the end of the barrel on a pistol build. That way you wouldn't have any ghosting at all. But even on a rifle, it still works really well. So let's go ahead and get this guy outside at night and see just how bright it is. Alright, here we are at night, so let's go ahead and put this into low mode. Alright, and there's low mode, and you can see that's the 290 lumen mode, but that is still super bright. Alright, let's go ahead and double tap it into high mode. Alright, and there it is, that's that 1450 lumen mode, and you can see just how bright that really is. And you can see the beam shape, it looks really nice. It's got a nice tight hotspot with an even spill around it. I do have a bit of ghosting from the barrel, not too bad since I have it mounted up forward, but the farther you get the light mounted up, the better that's going to be. But yeah, overall this looks really great and it is super bright. Alright, so going over into my final thoughts. I do really like it. I see this being a really suitable candidate for pistol builds, as you can't put a vertical foregrip on them. Putting both your light and your grip together make perfect sense. It frees up a lot of rail space for other stuff. But even on a rifle, this is still really suitable. If you want an angled foregrip, but you also want a light and you don't want to buy both of them, this would make an awesome choice. So anyway guys, if you're interested in this, please click the link in the description, check it out. Be sure to look into that sale. It's running from now until the 18th, but even if you miss the sale, you can still get 10% off of this or anything else on the Olight web store besides the X9R using the coupon code APARMS. Again, that link is in the description. If you like the video, be sure to hit like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and thanks for watching. See you later.